They had landed on tripod legs, each having a disc-shaped pad or shoe that left the grass and all other vegetation swirled down in a counterclockwise motion. The counterclockwise print baffled the observers, including Billy, until, in a follow-up contact, Billy posed the question to Samyasa, and she explained that the round surface area of the support legs also vibrate as part of the entire spaceship in a spiral-shaped anti-gravity oscillation. Each ship has 4 such vortex centers, 3 at the landing pads, and the 4th at the bottom center of the ship itself. This would explain the many single footprints observed in the snow during winter contacts. At this site, which Billy recorded on 8mm movie film, the grass continued to grow in a counterclockwise motion for over 2.5 months. When asked why, Samyasa explained that the anti-gravity oscillation of the beam ship is far more powerful than the normal gravitational field of planet Earth. Thus, the new force field overcomes the old gravitational field and creates in the plant life a gravitational shift, which the plant life assumes to be correct. This counter-gravity force then lingers for a period of time until it becomes weakened through age, and the Earth's gravity once again can take command. On numerous occasions, the Pleiadians had allowed demonstrations for Billy and his friends to record the sounds of the beam ships, while the crafts remained invisible to observation. This technical phenomena first occurred at this site near Hinwil in 1975. Billy explains.
The ship was about 60 or 80 yards above me. And my people, my witnesses, was 116 meters away. For them, it was impossible to see the ship. They only heard the voice of them, very, very loud. They got a headache, you know. I was directly under the ship, and I have it seen in the sky.
How could they do it?
I don't know.
They have some invisible net.
This invisible net may have been responsible for Billy's numerous disappearances during contacts. Jacobus and Herbert recount one of their experiences that took place in the summer of '77.
He disappeared out there. Then we listened the sound of the ship in this area. And I ran to Jacobus and said to him, please stop the tractor, because we want to listen to the sound. And 10 minutes after we start our work again, Billy come up this hill from the ground and say, come with me, I show you the landing tracks. They brought me back, and the ship was setting down on the earth, and there are 3 landing tracks. And I take my photo camera and goes down and made photos by these landing tracks.
When the Billy disappeared out there, did you search that area?
Yes, I think at first he is running around this corner, this way to the wood. Yes, but he don't come out from these trees.
I see.
And the time was too short. He's not an Olympic gamer, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It was some seconds only.
Mm.
And he must be disappeared on this corner down there.
Over a dozen witnesses, including members of Billy's family, have confirmed similar experiences. Elsie Moser recalls,
a few friends of us went inside the house, and then there came along a star. Billy got up from his chair and walked over the place and watched that little star, and I went too, and then that little star moved like this, and suddenly it grows to a big light, and off it went, away. And then we heard an aeroplane, and then Billy made this, and this meant he has to go to a contact. Then he put his shoes on and went outside here along this little road. And I could see him from there going down, but then a little later I walked and I couldn't see him anymore. Here, he wasn't there anymore. And then I saw the light going back after this way.
Oh.
Yes.
one of these mysterious disappearances involved a member of our investigative team.
They were all sitting there having coffee, and all of a sudden Billy jumped up, ran out that door there. Wendell ran forward, came to this door, ran outside. It was raining. Not very hard, but it was drizzling. Looked to his right, looked to his left. No Billy. Nothing.
Oh, he went out. He disappeared.
He disappeared. About an hour after that, the phone rang. It was Billy Meier. He was calling from Rila or one of the cities on the other side of the mountains. And he says, come and get me and bring Mr. Stevens. And so I think it was Jacobus, Poppy, Wendell. They jumped into at that time they had a green Volkswagen. They jumped into that, and they drove for about an hour, pulled into the small little village. There was a guest house there. Picked Billy up. He didn't have any mud on his boots, no water on his clothes. They brought him back here, and he said he had a contact.
Oh, that's very strange.
That's very unusual.
Completely dry.
Completely dry, no mud on his boots, nothing.
What was to become the most dramatic episode of what Junichi referred to as the invisible net began on an innocent note in the spring of 1976 in a small valley known as Schmarbule. A demonstration had been underway for Billy to film and record the craft's sound when an uninvited visitor appeared.
From there behind, from the south, came a fighter, a Mirage fighter. And always he was going on to a ship. She always jumps away. And that fighting was going on over the whole area from there behind. But always if the fighter comes near her, 100, 150 yards, then she jumps away. And after 20 minutes, she left. She was gone, and the fighter too left them. Oh, and I was staying here and took pictures.
Tom Welch was coordinating the scientific research in the United States. He coded this photograph, the jet fighter scene, and turned it over to science investigator and computer analyst Jim Dilatoso. Jim had analyzed over a dozen of the Meier photographs, searching for strings, overlay, or double exposure trickery. None were found. Further analysis showed that the distance of the jet was over 2,000 yards away from the lens of the camera, and the size of the craft was about 22 feet in diameter. But the most interesting discovery came when an energy field was detected, originating from the craft and creating an unusual pattern around it. Here Jim traces this field, showing the energy engulfing the Swiss Mirage fighter. The computer analysis report concluded the Mirage fighter is definitely inside the energy field emitted by the spacecraft.
Did you ask to the Air Force about this?
Many times, but too by other sightings and so. But always they say, sorry, we don't know anything about that.
Yeah, I see.
You see, we was doing several tests to see what's happened with the Swiss Army. Our group was ready up big balloons by 80 cubic meter. Very, very big balloons. And outside we put on it silver paper to reflect the waves of the radar. And near the airport, we let them go into the air. And then we send the people from us to the Air Force people to ask them if they have seen something on the radar or by their own eyes. No, nothing.
It's usual answer for the Air Force.
You see, today it's possible with computers to check up pictures, negatives, and everything, films. Of course, that's possible, but you see, you can't go over all the world to tell each human being this happened now on that way, that's now the truth. You can get the analysis from a computer, but to the people not will believe.
Right. So
if they see the ship by themselves, they get the picture, then for them it is true. But if somebody else get the picture, they say that's a fake only.
Right. So did they tell you why they are not going to show up himself? I mean, themselves, why they don't come visibly to the people?
Yeah, you see, they told me different reasons. One of them is they thinks and means and says if they turn over the sky at day or night time and the people will see them, the earth people here, they will come to be afraid. Maybe they will turn over in their mind or something like that. And it will come a panic. The other thing, they say they have to be very careful about their own waves from their own body and about the waves from the earth humans. If they come together, they will turn over in their mind, because they are living in every case on a very much higher level than the people here. And if they go to show them by their flying around the earth, the humans, the earth humans, they will try to catch them. They will, by the Air Force, send up planes, fighters against them, and about all that they are very afraid.
But I think they have, much better science than us, so they can, protect themselves from the Air Force attack.
Yes, of course, that's very easy for them. But you see, I think it isn't useful. Why they shall show them to the humans if they go to fight against them. It will make trouble for them, for us humans from this earth, and maybe for other ones. Because the Pleiadians, they aren't a single one who comes to Earth from other stars.
Japan, 2 months earlier, Nippon Television Network aired their special on the Meier case to an audience of over 30 million viewers. Response had been so overwhelming that NTV asked Junichi to return to gather more information. We were saddened to see the deterioration of Billy's health, brought on in part by stress from the hard farm life, but primarily from the fact that someone had tried to assassinate him, not once, but several times.
It was about 10 o'clock at night on the 10th of May, 1980, and Billy and I had just finished making some notes inside. And we walked out here, sat down on the couch together here to get some fresh air.
And then I got pain to my right backside, and I was turning a little bit on this way to right side, and then came the pain very strong to the other side, and I moved it back, and in that moment we heard the shot, and I felt something here near the head pulling into the wall, and there was coming out the dirt of the wall, and I was wishing them down from my head. And then we left here to run inside to get a lantern and the pistol to run out again to see what's happened around, if you can find somebody.
You couldn't find?
No.
Oh. And after you came here, did you find a bullet?
Yeah, we was looking on the floor,
Yes.
checked up everything, but we can't find a bullet. And then came my daughter, Gilgamesha, kicked away the sofa here, and here behind them down on the floor was this bullet.
Oh.
I think it's a caliber by 7.5 millimeter.
Yes. What is this bullet called?
The nearest size we have is 30 caliber, but it's 7.7 meters, and Billy thinks it's a pistol bullet. It's a soft-nosed bullet with no jacket. Spreads out when it hits.
It's a very weak material, very soft.
So it's called dum-dum? Yes.
Well, that's what we'd call a dum-dum bullet, yes.
Dum-dum bullet. Oh. It's fit for this. Yes. It's for...
More like nothing.
Yes. Oh, I see.
So I think it's correct.
I see. When did it happen?
This happened about a minute after 10 o'clock at night in the dark.
I mean the date.
On the 10th of May, 1980. This last seventh
This
time.
year?
This year, yes, sir.
So only 1 month ago?
No, it was May. It was about 5 months ago.
5 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and it was just 1 inch.
It was. We measured. It was. It hit the wall less than 8 inches from the center of his eyes at eyebrow level. You can see the hole is just about eyebrow level there.
So if he,
if he hadn't had the pain,
yeah.
he'd have been hit in the head.
But is it normal to have the pain on your back?
Still, it held it on for about 3-4 minutes, and then it left on that quick way how it was coming.
Oh.
You see, by very big danger, I get always pain in my back, and then I know there will be coming something.
He said that he has had this pain before when danger is imminent.
We reconstructed the next morning, and we find the footsteps behind the tree there up
ground?
3 or 4
Tracks.
footprints was there.
Who do you think's doing this, Billy?
I don't know, someone foolish.
This was the 7th time. The 7th time Billy has been shot at. There was another time when a man shot at him from nearby here.
And the other time I got the shot here in, but I was warned about 1 week before for 3 times by dreams. And then Jacobus, he make me metal plates, and then I put it under the jacket, because in the dream I have seen exactly where I will be shot. And then at morning, at 4 o'clock about, I think, it was very, very dark, there was the boat Schutzbach, Hans and Konrad Schutzbach, and Jacobus together with me here behind the hills in Saddle-Eck. And then falls a shot, and he came exactly here in on the metal plate.
Made a hole in his jacket, dented the plate, and ricocheted out another.
And then some few minutes later, I have seen far away a soft shadow. Then I took my pistol and shot him down the hat from his
Shot
head.
at the running man and shot the hat right off of his head.
Another close call came when an assassin's bullet hit and lodged in a diary Billy was carrying in his pocket. And another when a bullet creased his sheepskin coat. As in all cases except one, he attributes dreams and other warnings as Palladian protection. But the first attempt on his life caught everyone by surprise. There were no warnings.
This happens in Hinwil. I was working in the first floor in my office. I had there a printing machine, and it was about between 7 and 8 o'clock in the evening, I think. And I just was working under the light lamp by the printing machine. And then I heard a crashing from the window, and in the same moment I felt a wind here in the front of my head, very, very close. And I was pulling back. And when I was looking on the floor, I have seen it was a bullet. A small one by caliber 22. And I was running down out of the house. First I took my pistol, was checking up everything there, but it wasn't possible to find somebody. It was at that time dark night. It was winter and very early night.
Who did it?
I was asking then at later time Semjase if she can find out something, but it wasn't possible for her. Then at later years, when we was living here up in Hinterschmidrütti, I got a letter from a woman, and she told me the whole story, what's happened there, and told me that she was that human who was shooting after me to kill me, because she was religious, very religious, fanatically, and was thinking I'm something like made out of the devil, and she have to kill me. That was her story, and today she belongs to us, not to the directly group, but she is a woman who is very interested now in all these cases about the UFOs and the teachings and everything. And every 2-3 months I get a phone call from her, or I come her see if I leave the place here and maybe in the next town or in Vetsikon or somewhere I can meet her.
I see.
And so we have contact today. At first she was a horrible enemy, and now a good friend.
Right. Thank you.
Another pressure point was the chilling experience he had with an unknown form of energy that turned night into day.
At first, when I saw it, it was here up behind the hill.
Yes.
And then I left very quick up to the clouds.
Yes.
And then it came here down over the parking place, and then it left to this side.
Oh, I see. And what is this? What do you think is this?
What it is really, I don't know. I know only it's a spaceship, a ship made out of energy, not metal or a hard material. But what it is really, I don't know.
So this is different from the
Pleiadian ships.
The strange energy form moved west to east, manifesting a brilliant intensity that illuminated the distant mountains and meadows, while at the same time it constantly changed form.
Did you ask to the Pleiadian, what is this?
Yeah, they didn't know what's really happened with these ships and which kind of energy they are.
Oh, I see. So this must be energy.
That's real energy.
I see.
That I was told by the Pleiadians, but they too didn't know which kind of it.
Oh, so they don't
They know only these ships belongs to small people by about 70 or 75 centimeters.
Yes. Coming from the another planet.
From very far from another galaxy.
Oh, I see.
But they don't know them.
This incident would remain a mystery. However, tired and recuperating from bronchial pneumonia, Billy did provide answers to many questions in an extensive interview, beginning with, what do the Pleiadians look like?
They look like humans from the Earth.
Yes. And
They looks not strange, not like half animals or half humans. They look like really humans.
Is there any slight difference between?
There is a small difference only with their ear lips here.
Yes.
They are a little bit longer than our one.
Oh, how long is it?
Oh, maybe 1.5 or 2 centimeters longer. But that's quite different from human to human. It's not by each one the same. And by Asket,
yeah,
they comes a little bit more to the front. They don't go straight down. They comes a little bit more to the front.
Each time you get telepathy, you know, and you go to somewhere which they, show you, and after that, what happens? They land?
Not always.
Yeah.
Sometimes they take me up by antigrav.
When you go up by anti-gravity, do you go up a beam of light?
Something like that. If you have a channel and you blow up wind,
A wind.
and put in a feather, you have exactly the same.
Describe what you feel when you've been teleported back. Maybe you've been sitting in your office and you've been clear of mind and spirit.
For a moment, some few seconds, I'm a little bit swindly.
Are you out of breath and tired?
A little sore and a little bit tired and somehow a little bit swindly. But it takes a few seconds only. After maximal 10 seconds, everything will be clear again.
I asked Billy yesterday a question I've wanted to know for a long time. I asked him if any of us sitting here were with Billy and the Palladians decided to take him on board and we wanted to go on board, could we go the same way he goes? And he said, yes, we could, providing two things. One was mentally you're prepared for it and you want to go. And the second you mentioned was psychically.
Yeah.
The word we kept coming up with was psychic. And I'm not sure that's the right word.
You have to be absolutely clear in yourself.
Head and heart.
Only
Head and heart. Okay.
How many rooms they have?
there is one room only.
Only?
Yeah.
So they don't have a toilet?
There is a toilet, but I don't know where. I never use it.
Did you take any photographs inside of Sannyasi's ship?
They practically was all black. I can't get a clear picture. And they told me they was trying for years with our film material, what we have here on Earth, to get good pictures. They never can do it.
Maybe there's a radiation level or some kind of frequency level that distorts.
Can you describe the windows in the spacecraft? They're very complex.
That's a funny thing. It looks like glass, and it looks like metal. And in each different atmosphere you enter, the color will be changed automatically. The atmosphere like on Earth, the windows will be colored by orange. By methane atmosphere, it will be, I'm not sure now, but I think yellow.
Methane, yellow. Methane shows yellow.
Oh. But I'm not sure.
And you can see through the window.
You can see through the window. There is the whole thing a window. It's metal, but you can see through them like normal glass. What they told me here on Earth shall be about 8 different human races. They are here exploring, they are here studying, they are here doing watching duties and so. But there will be each year round about 3,000 UFOs from outside of our solar system. Some of them, they are coming from billions of light years to Earth for exploring only, or to get visiting other ones who are living here.
Living?
By these 8 different human races who have stations here on Earth. Or then they had some troubles with their ships.
So many kind of space people are coming.
About 3,000 different types each year.
3,000 different types of UFO are coming.
Yeah.
Wow.
One of the researchers calculated that there may be as many as 70,000 reports in a year worldwide. UFO pictures, up to this point at least, are accidental. They happen once and they're gone.
So some of them are trying to destroy our Earth, or
No. They have such a high civilization, and they are with technical evolution
much higher up than we here on the Earth, who has the possibility to cross the space by very, very long distances and many light years, they for sure not will be coming here to make trouble, to start a war, or to do any other wrong thing. And if there is a war here,
it's very easy to stop the whole system of nuclear weapons. For them, it's very
for them it's very easy, but they will do only in that moment.
Yes.
If it will be dangerous for themselves or for the whole system, our system or other life forms, they not have to do anything with the Earth people or the planet Earth.
So if we want to destroy ourselves, it's our own business. But if we start affecting other civilizations and other life forms, then it becomes their business.
I think. So,
you see, if they want to change something here on the Earth themselves or by the human beings, they can do it on one way only, by force.
Right.
And to use force, it's for them a forbidden thing.
So what is the reason why they are coming?
They feel into themselves a duty because the humans on this earth from today are practically made out of their forebears and other side we are here practically brothers and sisters of them. They feel into themselves a duty because there are 2 points who are very important, or they are very important. That's the materialism way and the spiritual way. They have to work together. Not only one of them have to work. And to change this again to the real way, to the connected way by materialism way and spiritual way, they come here again to teach the earth people. That's the only reason they have. That's their own saying. Not to bring war to earth or to bring peace to the human here on earth by themselves. If we want peace and knowledge and love and everything here on earth, we have to change everything by ourselves as human beings from this earth.
On February 3rd, 1986, Billy celebrated his 49th birthday. To a great degree, his life and those of his family and friends have been traumatized by the experiences. However, the story of his encounters has touched millions of people on this planet, opening minds to the possibility that we Earth humans may not be the only thinking beings in the universe. With the Pleiadians acting as observers and occasionally nudging our senses in the right direction, perhaps we can do the rest ourselves.
Edward Albert Meier is still alive today, living in Switzerland, and is now 86 years old. He's the only person to date of this current era that has had his UFO pictorial evidence sold by the famous New York auction house Sotheby's. His philosophy and beliefs are still shared today by many who listen carefully to the details of his amazing story.